We're live. What's up, everybody? We're going to go ahead and get right into the information. We got the blog post, right? We got advanced copy of the blog, but in it, there's some great information I think we can really use to strategize for what we're trying to do here when it comes to the Winter Guard, as well as you probably saw, it was announced that account level 110 is coming to the game. So let's go ahead and just see if there's some things here that we can be aware of, some things that we can take advantage of, especially if we are free to play or cheap to play players. So as we know, weekly blog, harnessing the dark force, and right there on the cover, we do indeed see Darkstar. So we recognize she's going to be coming to the game, and that might give us a significant advantage when it comes to our Winter Guard setup. It says, greeting commanders, here's your battle plan for January 10th through the 16th. So we got what's going on next week. A lot happening. January 12th, we got Swordmaster Battle Pass. Level cap increases to 110. So along with that, there is the race to 110 event. We got to return to the Danger Room, the Invasion event, Quasar. Next day, right after that, January 13th, Darkstar becomes available. That is a huge, huge point. We'll be digging into that momentarily. With that is in from the Cold Winter Guard campaign event. And then Warlock is added to the Sigil store on the 16th. Okay, so who can we expect to acquire? Character shards and events. You got Thunderstrike, month 3, Jeff the Land Shark, Alliance War Season rewards. So that's huge, right? That's really, really important. That's a real big deal. Now we know that is confirmation that we will acquire Jeff the Land Shark in the Alliance War Season reward. So it won't be per attack, it won't be per war, it will be through the season reward. So again, the encouragement there is just to participate in war best you can, contribute best you can to your alliance. We'll have to see what happens when they show us the breakdown of the character shards to see how fast we could acquire this character, because the retcon team will not function without Jeff the Land Shark. Then we have obviously the Quasar event. All right, let's dig into some of the important stuff right here. Stolen Thunder 1-3, 500 Thunderstrike shards. So again, we're just powering up our Thunderstrike, finishing him off if we haven't already. We can get some of those by logging in. So just show up. Just show up, get some Thunderstrike shards, play in the Danger Room, War, Cosmic Crucible. We get sigils and Thunderstrike shards for that purpose. Cosmic Raid. Stock up on sigils. That's going to start on the 12th. And we're looking at this. Usually there is some type of free-to-play inflection point that we can take advantage of to get some more points. It tells us here to play Cosmic Crucible with the new mutants. It can be on offense or a decent defense, so keep that in mind. But usually with the Cosmic Raid, there is some type of a raid input that allows you, again, in those nodes where it's not defined. So let's say early in the Spotlight Raid, you can use whatever team you want, or on the bosses of the Spotlight Raid, you can use whatever team you want. So usually there is some type of a free-to-play input where you could just continually use those teams to get points. There's nothing like that here, but we'll see what happens when the event goes live. Perhaps on Sunday, we can see it in advance and see if there's something we can take advantage of on the free-to-play side to get more points. Now, Darkstar surges into battle, okay? Drag Alliance War enemies into the shadows when Darkstar arrives on the 13th. She's the keystone of the Winter Guard. That is a huge, huge point because it is true. It's a true statement. She's the keystone of the Winter Guard, okay? Darkstar strikes back during the enemy's opening salvo, attacking enemies who have been afflicted with silence. Once the dust settles, she restores Winter Guard through Hellsteel, helping to stabilize the squad before counterattacking. Now, what's the main point? She is the keystone of the team. Okay, she's one of the things that helps you take hits. She's going to heal you, and that team then retaliates after that. She retaliates by going against Silence. Omega Red will just put Silence out there on the board as he starts. Now, the key point. This is one of the main things we want to keep in mind. Right, this is that hidden info, so to speak. The Winter Guard team, most of the characters, to get their good abilities to work, says that they need 3 Winter Guard allies. So that means on the 13th here, when Darkstar comes out, that gives us the characters we have now plus her. That gives us 3 Winter Guard allies, meaning you can use the team. The team will function If we have those other 3 members powered up plus Darkstar, the team will function and we can use them in Alliance War. Okay. So if we're anxious for that, that is a good time to power the characters up. However, there are some other things we want to keep in mind as we continue to go through the rest of the blog post. But the team will work with those 4 members, and we can sub in somebody else if we see fit. So from the code, Master Winterguard in battle, this is talking about the campaign, right? Let's just read through it. Darkstar and Ursa Major usher in a cold front that frees over Alliance War teams. Get hands-on experience, strategy, and tips to help you thrive in their From the Cold showcase. I keep saying campaign, it is a showcase. So you get to see for yourself how the team functions, what they are designed to do. Sometimes we poo-poo this and say, well, it can just auto it, yada, 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 but it's showing you how the team works. That way it gives you an idea of what type of opponents you'll be able to take on more easily. Commander level 25 and above, you have those 9 missions that'll put the Winter Guard's abilities on full display. They're going to be mission provided characters, so it'll be the characters they give you. Even if we don't have the whole team, we'll still be able to participate. We'll get power cores, shop credits. And so again, from the free to play standpoint, anytime you can get some extra cores and shop credits, take advantage of that. And again, we just have to do the showcase, which starts on the 13th. All right, we'll roll that information though into race to level 110. Okay. The next level of character power arrives soon with Commander level 110. Enjoy power bumps with each new level on your characters and gain access to future content and gear tier. That's a point right there. That's a point right there. Gain access to future content and gear tier. So we recognize that at some point, Commander level 110 will be the gate. All right, Commander level, that's what they're telling us right here. At some point in the future, content will be gated by level 110, as well as gear tier. So is there a new gear? There must be, it says, right? A new gear tier coming. Do you think that it will be a new concentric circle, right? Will gear tier 21 still be crimson gear, meaning the crimson gear pieces will still work, right? Those uniques will still work. Or do you think gear tier 21 will be a different color, meaning we have to have different pieces? I really want to know what you think about that. I am curious as to what you think, because there are advantages and disadvantages in both regards from a business standpoint. So I wonder what way the company will decide to go. This event starts on the 12th. Okay. The event starts on the 12th. And here's another key point. Level up characters of each trait for each new level. That's how you're going to get the shiny currency, which is associated with a milestone for this. We'll open diamond orbs that way, and the big prize is a level 4 and 5 diamond for the Phoenix. So if we're big dogs and big spenders, that level 4 and 5 for the Phoenix just in time, as we know for the first quarter here at some point, you got the new Magneto Dark Phoenix character. And so then if we have our Phoenix powered up, it'll just help that team go that much better, right? To help level up, we'll increase our commander level by earning experience points. Right. So just like we would always do, you got experience points that we get in the campaigns. There's experience points in the command center and from other areas as well. A lot of people have power in campaign energy saved up. So we'll have to see, right? The top scores will be coming from you making it actually to level 110. So it might take a while, right? If we're free to play, it might take a little bit. People that are spending or go hard, they can get there faster. And between what team we got? The Winter Guard. So the Winter Guard has mutant members and skill members. And then individuals on the retcon team, for sure, there is a mystic in the form of Gwenpool, right? Bio in the form of She-Hulk. And who do we have left? Tech. I can't remember I don't think there's a tech character. I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I don't think there's a tech character on retcon, but Warlock is a tech character who just came out with the New Mutants. So those 5, right? Those 5 characters will get you to that 110 in all categories. So we'll see. We'll see if that's enough. We'll have to see what happens when the event starts. How many characters do you need? How many different tiers are there? Can we get multiple points for, just going up 1 level or 2 levels, however much we can do on a free-to-play timeline, or will the whole thing be tied to the level 110? There'll be a danger room coming along with that. We'll have Brimstone and Immortal Weapons, just like we did last time. So we know what that's like. We'll see what rewards we're able to get. That's going to start on the 12th. Quasar Invasion return. So if you haven't pumped up your Quasar yet, a lot of us haven't, but if you haven't, he's a great character. So they're getting you yellow and red stars on that. Again, it's the 12th. That event's coming back. Interesting to see how this works. X Heist and X Cataclysm. Embrace the darkness within by getting your hands on the Dark Xavier costume. Commanders are invited to conquer the Professor X saga or battle with Professor X to earn rewards to power up your roster. Then unleash Professor X in X Cataclysm to bring home the Dark Xavier costume. Be on the lookout for deals to help you progress through the Xavier saga missions quicker. So, if we haven't unlocked Professor X yet, we're going to get some type of milestone rewards for working our way through that. If we have used him, if we do have him, we just have to use him, it looks like, and we'll be able to get those points. And there'll be some things, it looks like some deals, some cash money, I'm thinking here, to help us if we don't have Professor X yet. So again, I'm mostly free to play on this account. I have Professor X, but it'll be just good to keep our eyes open. Maybe there is something that'll be worth it, a character or two, if that's all we need to flex in to get our Professor X. That might be a reasonable purchase. Twitch drops. Don't forget, you can get your bonus rewards by watching your favorite Marvel Strike Force streamers. 100 Red Guardian shards and 100 L4 training materials. So again, I know that on my main account, I have Red Guardian. I got tons of shards. But if you are a newer-ish player, right? If you don't have all that, if you're going to watch a cat anyway, you might as well get those extra 100 shards if you don't have them already. Because, right, farming 5 at a time, or however much is it, 10? That can take a significant amount of time. We can get that done and get the team up and running. Then there's a Friday free claim. So we got 1,000 Crown of Madness milestone points. So we'll see what that looks like today. I would take a look. It's worth taking a look at your milestone points right now. I think this 1,000 points for me puts me into the next reward tier, especially considering the fact that with Crucible today, if you have new mutants unlocked, you get points for them. Even if you have any of the new mutants unlocked, you get additional points for them. So just make sure you take a look. It might be right. We don't want to miss free claims anyway, but this one might be especially helpful to us if it's going to put us into the next reward bracket just for showing up, right? Just something we can do for free. We claimed a free claim, and that put us into the next reward bracket. 5 Wolfsbane shards to go along with that as well. So that is the blog post in its entirety. What do you think? What type of characters do you think you're going to be using to power up to get those extra 110 rewards? Are you going after the Winter Guard? I think I am. I think I'm fully ready to just push hard, go into the Winter Guard. I'm going to wait till that event starts. I'm going to get Darkstar, then they'll power up Darkstar, then Omega Red, and we'll see what resources we have from there. Okay, so that's one of the things we said to do is wait until we knew that the team was actually up and running. With Darkstar, the team is up and running, can be used right out of that gate. And I think I got a war. I got to look at the calendar. I think I got a war that day, so we'll find something out. So what teams are you planning to power up? Are you going to be going to 110? Do you have enough to get to 110, you think, today, tomorrow, next week, next month? I want to know what your plan is. We'll be sharing mine in the coming days. Try to get out. The weather's nice today, man. Try to get outside. Take care of yourself. Peace.